Hello and welcome back to the Craftsmen Collective. As always, Rock here, and we're just sitting atop our throne, just gazing out upon our landscape. Now, I haven't really done a whole lot of building recently. I've been more doing redstone work and gathering, and I would like to do some building soon, as there's a lot of things I would like to do, but I'm going to leave that for, I think maybe possibly next episode we might start building, or we'll have something built for next episode, I think, because I know I had mentioned quite a while ago that I wanted to have 3 temples on this island, a green one, which this one is, a red one, and a blue one, at the various points of the island. So as we can see on our map right here, right now we're at the green temple. I think at the bottom or on the right side of the map we might do the red temple, and then at the bottom we'll do probably the blue temple, and we'll connect all of them up with tunnels and teleport books to make things a bit easier. And that's something I kind of want to get into, as I have some projects that will probably need the space soon. I think the first thing we're going to want to do today is finish off of this, which we've kind of forgot about and just put off, which is a little bit of terraforming to get the redstone and MystCraft stuff all covered up. And I found this chest that apparently I used a long time ago when in the construction of this, and it has some pretty good things in here that I'm gonna take. Next is dump book, don't need. I can keep the rest of that crap there. Let's head downstairs, grab a little bit of dirt, and do a bit of terraforming. Now I don't have I have a few plans for the episode, not a huge amount, so I can't guarantee the episode's gonna be super long, but we'll go as long as we can. So let's see. Drop off a fire resist potion. A bit of apples. Our wood and planks, and that's it. That is it. Something's going off. Our Melanie good stuff is going pretty good, as you can see. We have about I think it's like 1,500 melon blocks or something like that. So if anyone needs melon blocks, here's the place. Or melon slices. That's the place to be. Okay, so we want to grab a bit of dirt. We'll grab a couple stacks. That should suffice. We'll go upstairs. Oh, of course, nighttime, and no one's on the server, so I shall sleep. Alright, so we have our dirt now. We can begin terraforming our area back here to kind of cover up this redstone holes, or the holes for the redstone and stuff. Now, I kind of get on later in the evening, and usually there's not really many people on, if any. I think on occasion I'll see. I know last time I recorded, Captain was on, Tib was on. Typically not that many people are on in the evening. A lot of the people have work, or not work, yeah, probably work or school, or they just live. There's quite a few people on the server who are from like Germany and stuff, and Sweden, and so they're a good like 6+ hours ahead of us. So not many people on at this time. Let's see. Get some dirt here and here. Oh, people beeping outside. Let's see. Seems a bit square here. Let's see if I can raise it up a little bit. Something like that. Yeah, we'll go with that. I think that should suffice. It does its job of covering up the underside, so that way we don't have to worry about the redstone wire being exposed. And it doesn't. It kind of looks. It looks a little more natural than it did before. There we go. Alright, so let's head back downstairs. Now I think the first thing we're gonna jump over to the single player test world, and we'll go with that first before we go on with the other thing I had, or one of the couple things I had planned for today's episode. So I'm gonna deposit some stuff. Alright, deposited, and I'm going to jump over to the single player test world, so I will be back in a second. And so here we are in the single player test world. I haven't touched the automated farm since last time, so we're not really doing anything with that. But this little thing right here, one of the few items that I don't really have much, if any of, is wool. And so one of the things we are going to want to set up is some type of wool farm. Now I could go into the wool farm that's in the Nexus, but I kind of like gathering stuff myself, and kind of, you know, doing it, kind of being a do-it-yourselfer instead of having to mooch off of the other people's work and stuff. So that, you know, why go use that when I can make a redstone contraption of some type to do it. So here is a somewhat repeatable redstone contraption used for sheep wool farming. So if we take a look over to the side, it's essentially set up to a bud switch on the grass, and the bud switch is hooked up to a deployer with shears in it, as well as a transposer. A transposer that's hooked up to this chest. So we're just going to do a quick build to show how this works, and I've kind of built this bud switch before, but I'll build it again. So first we have essentially a ring, and right in the middle right here is where the sheep will be standing. So off of that we want to grab a deployer, and in this deployer we're going to put some shears. Under this right here we're going to want to put a sticky piston. This is going to act as our bud switch on this middle piece of grass right here. So we're just going to we'll use not logs, we'll use stone. So that gets pushed. We have our torch and repeater on 1 tick delay. This is on a 2 tick delay in order for the transposer to work correctly. So as normal, when the bud switch activates, it'll push this and power that. And so for this, we will put a torch, a block, and a block, and that. So that right there is our bud switch off of that block right there. Now the next thing we're going to need is a transposer right there. So we'll just go in and do it right here. The transposer is used to pick up the wool that has been sheared off the sheep from the deployer, And so in order to hook it up, we will just run a line like so with redstone, and that should do the trick. So now if we go over here, we just kind of used some half slabs to hold the sheep into place along there and along here, as the sheep are 1.5 tall, or it's like 1.446 or something tall, and this is a 1.5 gap. But since pretty much they won't be able to jump out, it's near impossible for them to jump out, if not impossible. So we got that right there, and that essentially is the contraption. So if we grab a sheep egg down here, that's a ghast. Ghast, get away. Sheep. And then we'd want to hook a pneumatic tube from there, and we can just throw it onto a chest of some type. What did I miss? I think I'm missing something. Hold on. Double check this all out. Throw in a chest. Perfect, perfect. And we'll just go ahead and we'll throw some redstone, Mr. Sheep. There we go. Alright, perfect. It was probably just missing the pneumatic tubes to make it work quickly. And so right there is the contraption in a hole. Now, as we did right there, it's pretty easily repeatable. And you can have just one space gap in between, which you can do. Pretty much you just expand it like right here and here, and then you you get the point though. Essentially you just expand it too and add a new ring, and then you just have block dividers so that the sheep don't get out. But that is the premises of our automated sheep farm. There we go. Where's your wool go? And I think there. But yeah, you get the point. This is how it would get set up and how it works. And we will be moving this at some point into the Craftsmen Collective world, which is kind of why I mentioned setting up the additional temples and setting up the bases there, as I would like to have maybe the blue temple area or the red temple area, I'm not quite sure, as kind of our animal area. And so we'll have I'll have to look at that at some point to make sure, to figure out why it's acting weird. It's probably just a matter of a block or something. But in general, one of the blue or red area is going to be kind of an animal related product area. So we'll have, you know, a sheep wool area that will probably be maybe 2 of each color sheep up and down a hallway. That way we can get a better variety of wool colors, and instead of something like this, we might do something like that where they both connect up to the same thing. So instead of them going to those, they'll just go to this one. And then we'll just set up all 16 down one hallway. And then, you know, down another hallway, we'll probably have a cow breeding area or pig breeding area, and use some type of contraption similar to this. And additionally, I would like to use these faces right here. So these faces would kind of be face plates to kind of demonstrate down each hallway to show what area it is. So that sheep face plate right there would be up in the air or on the ground in front of the sheep hallway, and same with the cow and pigs. And we'll want to use probably some type of contraption similar to this for the cows. Probably a lot more automated. Shut up, cows. Turn the volume down a little bit. A lot more automated, and we use, I think you can use deployers to feed the cow, or to breed the cows. So we'll probably have deployers to weed the cows to make them all lovey-dovey, and then once they breed, they'll cycle through. So the way this system right here works is, let's grab some wheat somewhere. So it works as you breed them, they drop a cow, baby cow, into this baby pit, and then you'd press the button. They would cycle out and get dropped into, well, they're bugged out right now, but typically they drop down and they go into, that's probably because I had the weed out, but they drop down and they go into this, oh, yeah, they drop down, go into this water ladder, and then they go back up and drop back into the stream. And so we just continue the process again, make them all lovey-dovey. Have the baby drop into the pit, drop them into there, and then they water ladder up. That is the process, and that's what we're kind of probably do when we make our cow area. And then we'd have this cow pit would be for the slaughterable cows, and then we'd have this breeding cell system for the mating cows, and then we'd kill these to get food, and then those would just keep getting reused. And that's kind of my thoughts on the future of my area. So with that, I'm probably let's jump back onto the main server, and we'll go from there. So we'll be right back. Alright, so we are back on the Craftsmen Collective, and we are in the Spawnish area. And today we will be checking out Dugan's place. Now I've been here twice before, so I kind of have an idea of the whole place. But we'll take a look around, see if we see anything. Looks like we got some apiaries over there. That's one thing we will have to look at some point. This hole to his house. Let's see what else. It's got some solar panels over here. That's another one of those things. The Bluetricity and solar panels and stuff is what we'll have to look into. Not sure what this is. Some more apiaries. And from watching Tibbs video, I learned a little bit about apiaries and bees and stuff, but it's something we're gonna have to look into more exclusively. Get a nice window here. Dugans House, for those of you who haven't seen it before, is kind of inspired by like a hobbit hole from like the Lord of the Rings and stuff, so you can kind of get that feeling from looking at it from outside here. But a nice use of micro blocks. Looks pretty good. Come into here, a lot more micro blocks, Now, it's unfortunate that all of these have lighting issues. Because I think this place would look so much better with all these lighting issues fixed. Like, I think all of these are like half slabs or something, and they're all weird lighting issues. A nice little raised bed. This is pretty nice. Some karate pictures and stuff around. Nice little aesthetic touch. This looks like Pirko left him something. Let's see. Looks nice. I like the combination of the dark wood and the marble. It looks pretty good. I like it. Now I wonder how that would look with marble. No, it probably wouldn't look as good with marble brick or something. I think it looks good, much better with the way it is. So we come down here, and this is his chest room, which is all connected through logistics pipes, which I believe right here we can see the whole logistics network. And this is another one of those things that we were going to have to look into for the server, as it does make things a bit easier, so you can deposit stuff. I think this is probably deposit stuff in this chest, and then it automatically gets sorted out into the correct chest, and then you can come over here, and then you can kind of just request what you need. Oh wow, these are heavily enchanted. Atheum. What's he got? Let's peek at his picks. Oh, he doesn't have a. It doesn't look like he has a silk touch. We'll have to remedy that at some point. But our quest pipe and logistics pipes and all that. All this is really cool. But I know absolutely jack about all of it, so we're gonna have to look into it at some point. Now I'm not entirely sure when we'll look into it. But we'll look into it at some point for something. And I think this is kind of the extent of Dugans House. It's nice and small, cozy, has kind of all the things you would need. You have a nice chest room, you have a little bedroom, you have, I'm going to assume this is a mines. So we slowly descend. Holy hell, this is slow. Yeah, it looks like it's kind of a fatty strip mine. Okay, so it looks like it's about it for the Dugans House. Nice and small, compact, but ooh, laggy. Well put together with microblocks and such. So that's Dugans House, and I think this is gonna be a bit. I think I'm gonna end it here for today. I don't really have much planned. I'll just fall back down while I'm talking. I didn't really have much planned for today, so we're just gonna have it as a nice little short episode. Next time we will probably either for next time or during next time we will be working on have worked on another temple to begin construction on a kind of an animal wing of our base on our island. And I know